People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in. So yeah, if you're new to this, you're locked in, hit the like, subscribe button and the rest of it. But Danny Welbeck, now he's done nothing wrong. But we know his contract's similar to Ramsey. It's running out in 2019 at the end of the season essentially. In January they'll be allowed to talk to clubs for free that are abroad. So yeah, obviously Ramsey's taking up the much of the headlines in regards to the contract stuff. But like, I would want to say no one's forgetting about Welbeck because we all know he's here, but it's not been given as much airtime, or certainly not as reported with the media. Probably because, no disrespect to Danny Welbeck, but compared to Aaron Ramsey's probably he has been more of a vital player for Arsenal, probably held in higher regard in football as a standpoint. So yeah, you can see why that happened. But Danny Welbs, should he actually be given a new contract? It's not an easy answer. There's no right or wrongs. I actually think yes and no. Firstly, I say no because I think Danny's a good player to have in the squad. He might not be the most technically blessed and things like that. And if he was clinical, he'd be a quality player in my opinion, possibly world class if he could be a natural finisher. But he's not that, and he hasn't been that. He's had a good career. Generally, he's won titles at United. He's won the FA Cup here. There's been many games, especially big games at this club, where he's played on the flanks or whatever, and for his lack of finishing or technical ability in that regards, his work ethic, he tracks well, he does all them good things. So you never see Welbs in a mix-up on social media either. So they're all good things, but the form hasn't been there. The unrealised potential that was probably there, which I kind of just said, if he could just finish, he'd be a complete player of sorts. It hasn't been there. He's probably going to, quite rightly so, he's 27, turning 28 next month. He has to look for his last good quality contract. He'll probably get a small wage bonus or whatever here. He's in good form now, but does it really make sense? If we're really a club that's under serious financial constraints and Ramsey's going to leave, would it make sense to tie down Welbs? Because Welbs isn't exactly on cheap wages. He comes with an English premium. And possibly bare minimum, you'd like to think, because it's Arsenal and we're a special club and we've got ourselves in this nonsense, you'd like to think bare minimum you get 20 million pounds on both players. We know Aaron Ramsey should be bringing in a lot more than 20 million, but in January, surely Welbs signed him for 16, English premium. I'm sure a lesser club would take him. I'm not saying he's going to leave in January, I actually don't want him to, but yeah, he'd be sold for 20. The same could be said for Aaron Ramsey. So if we're under financial constraints and we free up the wages that Ramsey and Welbs currently are on and put 40 million pounds in the bank, I don't need to spell out the rest to you. So yeah, he's also had, obviously this season he's been fit, but he's had issues with injuries on top of the inconsistent form and goal droughts and things like that. For all the small bits of promise, the negativity that surrounds his deal, not that it's been a bad signing, is here. He's scored against his old club. He's given us good memories. Obviously, he scored against Leicester in the title challenge that we actually didn't win, but he's given us memories. But sporting front, part of me thinks just says this isn't a good deal. It doesn't make much sense because past being a squad player, good rotation option, ironically probably on the flanks, you're not really seeing a case for Wells playing football. If we was to play 4-3-3 and play Aubameyang, Lacazette and Danny Welbs, I think it'd be alright. But even that, he's got two strikers ahead of him that will be for at least as long as he's still at the club. So he'll always be third choice. He'll have to fight to play on the flanks. Obviously, United, he played through the middle, but more or less he was used as a rotation option on the flanks. He's done that here. Does he want to do that now for the next significant part of his career, considering he's won the Premier League at United, he's won an FA Cup or two at Arsenal, he's 28, now might be the time to go somewhere, possibly play football through the middle, more or less be guaranteed to start game in, game out, which you didn't really get at United and you certainly haven't got at Arsenal. But the goods, I'd actually keep him, man, because his form has been good. He's got, 7 appearances, 4 goals. We know he'll never be clinical in front of goal. But for me, you don't know what you're getting with any Arsenal player, but you know what you're getting with Welbs. You know he might miss comical chances, but you know he's going to work hard. He's going to press. He's going to be a physical presence. Let the defenders know he's there. He's going to run his socks off. He's going to bring that good positive energy. I like that. In regards to the squad, if a winger's not going to come in, surely Wells has played his way into possibly starting on the flanks and then putting a Wolby in the middle or Ozil through the middle or something like that. Obviously, he's English. He might not have grown up as an Arsenal fan, but he knows what it means to play for a club like this. So you need them sort of things. He's playing all right. I mean, in the current role he's on the squad, in the bench and things like that, it's actually cool. how often does he play 90 minutes as well? In the league, he's played 54. He's played 54 minutes in the Premier League in total. 90 minutes in both cup games, 7 appearances. Um, so yeah, so like yeah, so he's never gonna be starting more or less at the side. He's never really gonna be clinical as much as I like him. And yeah, he's not. He's not shown it. I mean, what? He's 28, turning 27, turning 28 in November. If this is a time where you have to be clinical as a striker, and he started off well. He's fighting for his future. But if you're not got certain things in your locker as a footballer at 27 years of age, you're possibly never gonna get them. I mean, for what? In 142 appearances for Man United within the league, I'm so sure he's got 29 goals. I mean, he's scored in total 29 goals and 21 assists. I mean, that's not really clinical. For Arsenal, he's actually somewhat better, but he's played less games. He's got 31 goals and 14 assists in 119 games, so that's decent. But we also need to remember he does at times go on a goal drought. Because if I remember last year, 2017, he scored against Bournemouth, and then it took him until the new year, or if it wasn't the new year, substantial period after that to score again. So yeah, like it's in all he's made 203 Premier League appearances, 42 goals, 25 assists. So I mean, if you're bringing 7, 8, 10 goals into this Arsenal squad currently on top of Aubameyang and Lacazette, there's nothing wrong with that. But Wells is never going to be that guy, God forbid, that if them two get injured, we can bet our lives that he's going to return the goods. But he is a good squad player. That's why it's a bit tricky. It's up to him. Is he going to accept being a squad player rotation option at 28 years of age at best? At a club like Arsenal, new manager, top six side, and all of these things. On one hand, you could make a case for yes, but on the other hand, would it be smart for him? Because considering he's basically done that at United and Arsenal, he's won trophies here. Maybe it's a time to go and play through the middle somewhere, go somewhere where they really count on you, in the sense that we know he's a reliable player of sorts, and we know what we're getting with Welbs, and United knew that as well. But you're picking your best side. You don't necessarily think of Welbs to make the difference. You're not necessarily thinking of Welbs. So maybe the time's gone to depart and seek pastures new. To be honest with you, he missed a lot of pre-season this year. New manager as well, contract up. You would have thought that would sing alarm bells, and he'd be worried for his future. But he's fought, and he seems to be at some level included in Unai Emery's plans. Clearly not as a starter, but included. So there's no right or wrong in this. Part of me says he shouldn't. Part of me says he should. I'm actually sitting on the fence with this one, people. To be honest with you, we need to. His form's kind of misscrewed it. I'm actually down for keeping him, but I don't feel we should improve his wages, because he hasn't really shown that he should get a wage increase. But realistically, that would happen if he signed a new deal. So yeah, man. I guess as the season goes and unfolds, we'll see. And yeah, guys, DG, I'm out, man. Thank you very much. Get out your hair now.